Hey, how's it going, guys? Sexuality with a narcissist. This is a topic, guys, that I've been asked about, and I'm just going to give it to you as raw and uncut, unfiltered as I can. So I hope that I don't offend anyone. But everybody who follows me they're adults. So, but this is it. Here it is. So, an intimate relationship with a narcissist. What you know in the beginning is the love bomb. And that is when there's intimacy, there is respect, there is a yearning sensation, there is soft kissing, there are intimate spoken words. It's very delicate, it's warm, it's fuzzy, it feels great. And that's just the beginning of it. That's the foreplay in it. It's intimate kissing, very intimate kissing and touching. It's rubbing. It's everything that your heart and your mind desires, because they are reaching inside of your mind. They are talking to you and telling you, I want to know what every pleasure point on your body is. And oftentimes that's why people say that sex with a narcissist is so great. Now, my personal opinion on that is that it's not that it's so great. It's more so that because there's no other reason you can justify dealing with them, and there's nothing else that they're doing with you that is pleasurable, that's what makes you say you people. I think a lot of people say that because that kind of justifies you dealing with all this other craziness. That, yeah, I know, that she got the polo, he got the popo over here, and I had to go to the clinic because, they gave me a venereal disease or blah, blah, blah. And I'm dealing with all this craziness, but the sex is incredible. And I think, honestly, people, that works when you are maybe in your 20s. But when you get to about 35 and older, the good sex doesn't justify abuse after that stage. It does not. Because you got to think about it. Sex isn't even good with people that don't treat you good. It's not. It's not good with people that don't treat you good because it's not intimate. So let's break that. Y'all can hit me in the comments if I'm wrong. If you feel I'm wrong, y'all can say something about it in the comments. That's just, my spill on that. But, again, that's the beginning. That's the love bomb stage, the beginning of the intimacy. It is everything that you want. And it's a clean slate. You haven't argued with this person. They haven't cursed you out and all this and that. And it's at the beginning. Now, when it comes to the devalue stage, which is stage 2, that's when all of you're such a lovely person, the intimate touching, the soft kissing and the rubbing, the intimate conversations, the intimate kissing, the intimate massage, all of that stops. All of that's over. All of that is over. And at that point, that's when it's basically just, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you some, or we can do it. And it starts to become, because now at that point, they control you already. At that point, the narcissist controls you. So sexuality, they're not as horny anymore for you. They're not as inviting sexually anymore. Now you kind of got to do a little more for them to get them in that mood. And they're still not really in the mood. They'll do it, but it's not what it was. It's not that. You're not getting, and you're hoping and you're waiting. You want just every day you come home, And you're just trying to hope that today is going to be the day that they get back to what we started at. Can we just get back to that foreplay and the cuddling and the kissing? And you crave that. Remember, they watched you, they studied you, they knew when they were doing those things in the beginning, when they would just, the soft touches, the caresses, when they rub your arms a little bit and, give you soft kisses and talk in a voice that is really, really, exactly on the vibration you needed to be on. They were love bombing you and learning you. And now they like, okay, that's a lot of work. To them, to a narcissist, that's a lot of work. But to you, to the empath, you just like, I just want to get back to that. Can we just get back to when, we were glad to see each other at the end of a day and we just embraced and we could just talk and, we could get to the love making and wow. And you're waiting on that. And they know you're waiting for that. And that's why that's not coming back. Because that's what they're going to control you with ever after. You're waiting to see that stage again. Now, when you get to a place where you have, gotten totally fed up with them and you tired of it and you see that that's not coming back, that's when they may give you a little bit of it. They'll give you a little bit of it. They're not going to give you the full bounty. But in the devalue stage, in the devalue stage, that's when, they're not going to talk to you as nice anymore. They're not going to touch on you the way they did to make you feel like they care. No, all of that's gone. No, that's not getting that anymore. You're going to get a sexual act. That's it. They like, hey, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to do this. It's going to be still good because most of the time you still get to have an orgasm with them. But that's not the full bounty. That's not everything you wanted. But you're going to take it just because, for the most part, again, we're all human. And that is a beautiful thing. That's a lovely part of everyone's life when you have a great sex life. That is heavenly. And to a narcissist, they know that that's heavenly to you. They know how bad you want that connection. And you got to understand again that the narcissist they want to rule you through they want to rule the energy and they want to control you. They want to control you and control the relationship. And they know that they can control you by giving or not giving pleasure or pain. One of the two, but they're going to rule. Their position in the relationship is, I want to rule. I'm here for control. They know how bad you want that relationship to turn back from the devalue stage back to the love bomb. And then when you get to the discard stage, that's when you've gotten to the point where, there's no intimate kissing at all. There's nothing. There's basically just like, hey, you know what? We're going to break up and, then we'll get back together. They want to break up with you just to get back with you. That's how it works. The discard stage is when they have totally, oh, no, this is over. I'm cutting you off. I'm done with this, blah, 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 blah. And then they ran off to the other person, and the other person basically, probably kicked them to the curb. The other people that they deal with got no real respect for them a lot of the times. So they jump out there thinking the grass is greener somewhere else, find out that, wow, whoo. Then they come back to you. Hey, I'm back. I thought about it and I really love you. I care about you. Let's just get back to how things were. They're coming back to you like that. Because again, they don't went out there and tried their hand somewhere. Trust that, because a narcissist is a sexual person. Now, I don't know exactly how that works completely with men, but I've just been told by women that I've talked to about it, that it's similar, but it's not the same. It's not completely the same. It's similar in some ways, but some things are different. Now, you got to understand too, a narcissist, everywhere they go, there's potential. That's potential supply for them. So when you go to the store, you go to a restaurant, you're going out to dinner, you go to the movies, you go to a cookout, a friend's cookout, a narcissist is going to have their best on. Now you're thinking, yeah, you're looking good for me. Wrong. They're recruiting. They're at that cookout recruiting. Okay? They're looking at your friends. They're looking at your family. They're looking at and they're checking for whomever is checking for them. It's potential supply. A narcissist, they don't have any boundaries when it comes to sexuality and your friends and family. That's on the menu as far as they're concerned. Now, to an empath or just to good people, they don't mess around in the circle. That is the golden rule. If you are dirty enough to mess around on your spouse or your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, don't do it in the circle. Don't do it in their circle. Do it out somewhere where you don't know this person and nothing like that. Don't go inside their circle with that, that foul stuff. That's foul. And it's foul on both sides. It's foul for your friends, but it's also foul on your companion or you if you're doing something like that. So, but you have to understand that if you take a narcissist in your circle, you have to understand that they are going to recruit because that's what they do. That's who they are. And they're going to do it. When they're doing it, they're going to give somebody the eye. They're going to be meeting people. Now, this is the thing about them that's so you're not going to understand most of the time is because when they see somebody giving you attention, they are going to run a past interference on that. And they're feeding off of people's energy. If you're a woman and a guy and you and your man, y'all go to a cookout or something like that, some type of an event where you go and people know you. If somebody's being too friendly with you, the guy that you're with, that the narc that you're with, he's going to check that. He's going to step to you. What's up with all that? Why are you, what's going on with y'all two? Now, it doesn't matter how, loose they have gotten with other people because they're going to meet somebody there. The moment they walk through the door, they were trying to figure out who gave them the eye so that they could start working on that target. But they are watching you as well, and they're watching and feeling for the energy around you. A narcissist is just like a snake. I'm telling you, they are reptiles. A snake, when he's, swerving around and going through the grass, going through the woods or whatever, wherever they live, they have this forked tongue that they're pushing it out, putting out in the atmosphere because they're sensing for, what's out there. And a narcissist is doing the exact same thing everywhere they go, and especially when they're with you, because that gives them supply. That makes them feel like they're triangulating you when they're doing that. They're doing it right in your face. Number one, to make you jealous and to show their superiority over you. Because they've already groomed you in a way where you don't want conflict. They've already groomed you in that. You definitely don't want any conflict. And you surely don't want a conflict in front of family and friends. You surely don't want a big blowout in front of everybody. Nobody in their right mind wants that. Well, the narcissist knows you don't want your family and friends to look at you like, you're just this insecure person making accusations. And that's why it's so easy for them to get around your family, to get around your friends and flirt and make it known that they have interest in people in your circle. And yes, they are going to recruit in your circle. They're going to, and like I said, when you get to that stage where they start to devalue you, they're just going to become incredibly disrespectful with you when it comes to sexuality. That's when the sex literally is going to come to a stop. They're going to stop it, and they're going to start telling you, giving you crazy scenarios. They're going to get to the point where they even say stuff like, hey, I got a low libido. Forget the fact that when I met you, I wanted to have sex with you twice a day. Now I have a low libido and I don't think about sex like that anymore. Now they're still having it with other people regularly, but with you, no. No, indeed. They're going to tell you anything. And again, it's all about triangulation. It's all about controlling you. They're controlling you through pleasure. And they know, especially women, women know that a man is a sexual being. And if you're with a narcissistic female, she is going to make your life a living hell because you're depending on her for sex. And she knows it. She knows how bad you want it. And a lot of times women can go weeks, months. I've even heard women can go years without sex with somebody. I don't believe it, but I've heard women say that. Men are not built that way. We are not. But I'm saying all that to say that, when you get to that discard phase, it's going to be the total opposite of what it was at the beginning. It's going to be the total opposite. And, they know that they know and they can sense that you just want to hold that thing back together. You want to get this relationship back together. You want to do whatever you need to do to make it right, to make it better, everything. And they know it, and they're holding that against you. It's not going to get better. It's going to stay right there in the same place, Hey, guys, that's my video. Again, I want to thank everybody who's watching, who's sharing. Oh, man, even on Twitter, guys are sharing my video on Twitter. I'm loving this family here, this new family out here. Hey, thanks for subscribing, sharing, comments. I love the comments. If I haven't gotten to your comment, I am definitely going to get to your comment. I like to address everybody individually, So, again, thank you. Appreciate you. See you in the next video, guys.